What up, YouTube? You've been thinking about becoming a cyclist but not sure how to get in. I get it. There's so much stuff to deal with, like gears, tools, gadget, clothes, nutrition, bike and that. And God, it's freaking expensive, but trust me, it's damn worth it, and I'll show you how in this video and not to get broke. Okay, so I divided this video in 3 phases. The first one is choose your destiny. The second one is things you need to have. And the third one is things good to have or nice to have. So first phase is choose your destiny. Why? Because you have to choose your bike and you have to pick if you want a road bike or a gravel bike or a mountain bike. So damn, for me especially, I came from XC category, but recently, last 2 years, I've been riding road bike pretty often, much more than my MTB. Road biking is fast, efficient and just so clean, but also very limiting, and if the quality of the roads are shitty, your riding won't be pleasing. Mountain biking is completely different experience, especially if you want to ride aggressive, hard rocks, trails, rocks and routes. 5 km in harsh terrain is like 30 km plus on a road bike. And eventually you end up on paved roads and it's kinda annoying. Gravel bikes are a nice universal way of choice, and that's the reason why it's so popular these days. Remember not to spend all your budget on a bike. There is an endless amount of things you will have to buy later on. See, cycling is not just about buying new jerseys and sexy kit, what makes it expensive. It's the other stuff, such as helmet or glasses. But these are okay. These are still in protection area, but it's also make your kit irresistible. Sure, the lights, bottle cages, pump and even chain lubricant aren't exactly the sexiest bike gear on the market, but they are absolutely essential if you want to be safe on the road and keep your bike rolling. You won't get far dehydrated with empty tires and dry out chain, or if you were involved in accident because you didn't have your lights on. Okay, we are now in phase number 2. The things I mentioned are essential to be live on the bicycle, and sadly I didn't mention it all because there are so much stuff you can buy to maintain your bike, but I don't want to make it harder for you and keep it with your feet on the ground. But don't worry, pro tips are coming at the end of the video, how to spare some money and be able to buy food at the end of the month. Okay, we are moving to phase number 3 and we are talking about gadgets, things, I don't know, tools, things good to have, such as padded shorts. If you think that it's weird looking and it's really unusual. Okay, let's say it's unusual for a regular person to put on lycra shorts and which are tight, and it's cool, it's aero, it's comfortable, and your ass will thank you later. Next on the list is a jersey. Why cyclists wear them? Sweat away, have handy pockets for your phone, keys, gels, money, ID, basically everything you need. Plus they are aero, making you faster. In a t-shirt, you are more like a parachutist than a cyclist. Proper cycling shoes with clips are actually really big step because your pedaling be more efficient and you be much faster. But it also is the scariest thing for a beginner cyclist. And if you are afraid of falling, don't worry, you will. But it has to happen so you can be reborn and become one of us. Next on the list are watches, I mean smartwatches. To start, it doesn't matter if you have Garmin, Apple Watch, Coros, whatever. But thanks to these, you can measure your stats, you can track your progression and upload data on Strava to share with others. But you are perfectly fine without them. If you don't have smartwatch and you're thinking it's a waste of time to go bike without them, that's wrong, that's completely wrong, and you can spare some money and buy them later. Currently we are so deep in phase number 3 and we are talking about gadgets. Next one is cycling computer, and if you get used to that, even though in 2025 it looks like a Tamagotchi, you will love your cycling computer. They are not cheap and most likely you'll be good on your local roads and trails during your first season, so you can put this aside for a while. Right, we are getting to the end, but I think we covered all the basic stuff and move from the bottom to the roof. And still there is plenty things that I haven't mentioned, like a digital air pressure checker, maybe like that, Allen-key multi-tools, brushes. It's a lot of things, I know, but keep it simple, keep it smart, don't waste your money on unnecessary things, sorry. Things that I mentioned at the first part of the video, I mean phase 1 and phase 2, are the most needed things you need. Don't forget your helmet, don't forget your lights, don't forget bottle cages and bottle. You can't be dehydrated on the roads, and otherwise your performance will suck and you will hate the bike. And this is the end. I promise some pro tips. Keep it smart, guys. Keep it smart, because it is expensive hobby, but it's a sport. You are doing it for yourself, for your health, for your fitness, and your level of fitness will go through the roof. You will be endurance machine and you will love every second of it, even though it's hard and it hurts most of the time. And you need a helmet, you need the glasses, you need the bottle cages, you need the bottles, you need a pump, you need a chain lubricant. These are things you will have to buy. You can survive without them. Smartwatches, cycling computer, a digital air checker, branded brushes. You don't need it. You don't need it. And just stop thinking about it and do it. Try first season. It's a mid of summer. You can still catch some good rides. And if you find out that you love cycling, you can buy the other stuff later on next season, and you'll be good. You'll be good. Don't stress out. You don't need cycling shoes for your first ride, even though for your 10th ride you are good without it. Okay, and last message of this video: I buy most of things in Decathlon. Accessories are on pretty good decent level. Probably maybe some things are better than branded things. And use your common sense. If you're buying a helmet, don't buy cheap helmet and expensive jersey. Buy expensive helmet and a cheap jersey. Maybe not that cheap, but honestly, I have a One Rysel jersey for 30 pounds. It's a good jersey for training sessions. So for my training days around this area where I live, it's perfectly fine. And I have one expensive jersey. And even though I bought it from a Sirocco for, I don't know, maybe 60 pounds, and I got it 3 years, it's mint. So you don't have to buy it for the first time. And if you fall in love, go and buy it and enjoy every second of it. See you into the next one.